I want to do a little video about Z Nation, specifically about Doc, and I'm thinking there's going to be some spoilers for people who are concerned with that because I tend to just mention things that have happened that you might not have known, but technically they're not spoilers because the show's aired already. I read a definition one time, it's only if a show is not aired is it considered a spoiler, but it's kind of a spoiler. Things, because I talk about things that I've seen that maybe you haven't seen, or probably you have. I don't know. Doc he's one of my favorite characters on Z Nation because he's so funny. Well, and I mean, it's a realistic subject, but like Z Nation, the show itself is kind of mostly far-fetched and silly, but he is one of the few actors that does it right. I mean, he does it silly, but in a serious way. I don't know if it's not a serious way. It's just, it's funny. It's meant to be funny, and he's good at it. Like some of the other actors and characters are kind of campy, and he isn't. He's really real. He's really funny. I mean, really. This episode that I watched recently, I guess last week sometime, it was in season 3. He's by himself on a bike, so it's right after the Doc's Angels. I can't remember the name of the episode, but so it's right after Doc's Angels, and he's on a bike and he's riding away. I think he's going towards Addie. I can't remember if he's going towards Addie or if he's going away and Addie's following the man still. I think he is going towards Addie, but he's on a bike and he stops, and the DeLorean comes. Flaming tire tracks comes towards him. I just started dying laughing. It was just so hilarious. The DeLorean showing up, really? And not just any DeLorean, a time-traveling DeLorean. They're a fire. And when the door opens, who hops out? He does. Doc in Doc Brown. You know, he's wearing clothes like Doc Brown. And coming around the side, it's a 10K with clothes like Marty McFly. I mean, it's just like, it was silly, but it was hilarious. And he made some kind of crack about, oh man, a trip in the 80s or something like that, and it was just like, ah. And then it was a hallucination. They weren't really there, but I think that would have been funny if there were some time travelers there. But man, it was hilarious. I was laughing so hard, which is one of the reasons why I can't remember exactly what he said, because I was laughing over the top of whatever he said, the dialogue. Something about the 80s. But he's one of my favorite characters. The episode I just mentioned, Doc's Angels, when the 3 ladies are kind of like obsessed with him, which I don't really get that, because he's funny but he's not really attractive, and they were like all sexually attracted to him and stuff. It was like weird to me, but okay. But it was funny. And one of the girls, Sarah, has a bedazzler gun and shoots him, and it's right next to his nipple. I think it would have been funny if he'd left that on there, and if on a future episode that showed him with the bedazzled testicle right next to his nipple. It's I just think that would be funny. That'd be funny to show up later. And yeah, the season ended on another cliffhanger. Like the end of season 1 was cliffhanger, and season 2 was it was cliffhanger. But see, I have trouble. I think they were on the sub at the end of season 2. Maybe I need to rewatch it, I don't know. But the end of season 3, several major characters are shot and are leaping off the side of this building. So they might, I don't think they're going to be dead, because season 4 is going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. I'll probably Google it later and find out if there have been any announcements about season 4. It's less about zombies now, I've noticed. I mean, there's still, of course, zombies play a big part, but it's more about the factions trying to take over after the apocalypse. Zona and Murphy's group. They don't have any Murphy's group. And Warren still is trying to get to the mission where she's trying to get, I think, Murphy and Lucy back to Dr. Sun's, I don't know what their group's called. The Eastern Bloc group. I don't, so, but it's less about zombies and more about politics, because they're factions. But it's still, I think it's a really fun show. If you don't watch Z Nation and you watch my videos, then I think you should start watching Z Nation. The first 3 seasons are on Netflix, and I'm gonna go back and watch probably season 2, or maybe start at 1 and watch all the way through. I don't know, because it's a fun show, and my kids like watching it with me, which is great. It's teenagers for you, you know. Teenagers, they go through the stage where they don't like being around dad, and then they like to be around dad, and so you never know. But from day to day, but I'm glad they enjoy it too.